My Shotgun Farmers community video is the most popular video on my channel, so the reason that I'm making this video isn't to get a lot of views again. It's because I genuinely think there's a reason for making this video. I've made reference to this both in my community video and some of my other videos. I didn't really talk about it in my first community video, but the Shotgun Farmers community has been dying for a while now. 2020 was a great year with TikToks, the Xbox release, the winter event being great, but I mean ever since later 2021 the community's gone downhill with a bunch of the comp players leaving, a lot of old players finally stepping down, and the Discord becoming drier. You know, there's been a lot of more cool people that have joined recently, like Rob, TP, Farmer Joe, but there's more people leaving than more people staying, and the Discord is completely dry. Sometimes a random will DM, but the people that are actually, no offense, like important to the community are very little, and I think that there is a reason for that. It's not just random, and the devs and Quasi can actually do something about it. Recently, a bunch of members have kind of dropped the game entirely. Huff and Chips kind of did it in a less dramatic way. They just kind of stopped playing the game, and they're gonna wait for updates or whatever. Completely fine. In order to be my friend, you don't have to play Shotgun Farmers. But the way Lazaga and Zero did it, although understandable, they're just being dramatic and they're seeking attention, which I don't actually agree with. I think they're kind of being a little bit of pussies, but whatever. Lazaga just made this dramatic, epic lol file announcement post saying, "Whatever, I'm leaving the community, bye." He changed his name and his PFP or whatever to like Redcat JPEG or whatever, and Zero just deleted his Discord account out of nowhere. Now I do think that, you know, the next update comes around, Zero will be strolling his ass back into the community. I think it's kind of cowardly to just like randomly delete your Discord server or whatever, delete your channel and just walk away for like being dramatic for no reason. But I mean, they are justified in feeling that the community is dead, and that's what I'm going to be talking about. I don't support them being all dramatic, but the actual reason is pretty justifiable. I recorded this video a couple days ago before all this new stuff happened, so I just wanted to re-record it basically. So I'm going to go through that old stuff first, and then I'll get into this new stuff. Now, Shotgun Farmers blew up in 2017 with big names like the Vanos crew and Markiplier playing it, and it did kind of fall off, like we kind of saw today, except, I mean, probably even worse. But Quasi was closer to the community, streaming, doing all this stuff, and the game was getting better and better, and from 2017 he kept working on it, and there were some low points, some times where he couldn't even afford his, like, rent, I'm pretty sure, but he kept going, and then in 2020, Shotgun Farmers blew up again. And the reason it blew up again was a mixture of TikTok and the close-knit community. Now, Quasi TV streamed very often, and it was very close in his Discord. And when TikTok started, when he started his TikTok and it absolutely blew up, the game blew up. People bought the game, joined the Discord, and joined the streams, and the foundation that Quasi had laid was perfect for a wave of people coming in from TikTok. He posted TikToks super frequently. He streamed, I'm pretty sure, twice a week. And it was a golden point for Shotgun Farmers. The Easter event of 2020 was like some of the highest the community was at the time. Now, I wasn't technically in the community. I was on TikTok exclusively because I had an even worse laptop than I do now, so I couldn't get the game. This was before any of the console releases. So I was just an avid watcher on TikTok. Don't worry, I was not one of those kids who was saying make a mobile port or make it free. But I was unable to play the game. I didn't even join the Discord at the time. But I was in that TikTok, so I'm a good narrator for this part. Then in July of 2020 I got the game on the laptop and just had to you know, play with 20 frames per second. It was a good game. It is a good game, and I liked playing it even on 20 frames. And then the Xbox port came out in October, September, I'm pretty sure, and this community that had been waiting on TikTok for a couple of months now, and just waiting and waiting and waiting, they all rushed to Xbox, and it became the #1 game on Xbox for like a week. This was a testament to how much TikTok revived the game and brought back Shotgun Farmers. This would continue. The game was getting more updates more frequently. The Christmas update was great. Then into 2020, we had the spring update with the Bunzy or whatever. And in 2021, the Halloween update was great. Now, the Shotgun Farmers community was doing pretty well in 2021, but a lack of really competitive support caused a lot of the competitive players to leave. People had been asking for a ranked game mode for a long time, and the only way to play competitively was joining ranked Shotgun Farmers, which wasn't the best. So in later 2021, a couple of competitive guys left. It was very sad, and it was the first, I guess, drop of the game. It was a small decrease in the community, but you know, what we lost through some of the competitive guys, we made up for with a pretty great community in 2021. Steph, when I was on better terms with him, he created this Friday farming thing where a bunch of us would get into a Discord call and we would just play together. And that was when the community was great. I started making TikToks then, and QuasiTV said he would join. He never actually joined because he was too busy, but now it was fine. He didn't stream as frequently. In 2021, the streams went from pretty consistent to maybe once every 2 months if you were lucky, basically. And yeah, but even though the streams weren't as frequent and he probably was not posting as many TikToks as he was, the community was still thriving because of the support from Quasi and the people who were interested in the game, who had just picked it up, were actually bringing this game to sort of life, like Steph, who had recently, I don't know recently, but he had picked up the game not in 2018 or whatever, probably in 2020, and he was doing cool stuff with it. So even though Quasi didn't stream as much or make TikToks as much, he wasn't even super, you know, responsive in the Discord because he was working on a bunch of stuff at the time. The Shotgun Farmers community was still alive because a lot of new people from the PS4 port and the Xbox port, and who got it from all these new updates, they were doing cool stuff like Steph. But the problem is that QuasiTV didn't do anything to keep these people's attention. So the Friday farming games eventually stopped, and the tournaments became very, very infrequent. The last tournament was Moomoo Cup, and that was a great tournament with a lot of people watching because it was hosted by Exploding Apple, which I think was a very great choice. But Quasi didn't promote it or anything, and it did well, but it could have done a lot better if Quasi had promoted it because it was really the only tournament that was happening at the time, and I don't think there's been a tournament since. So QuasiTV has, you know, kind of become a lot more busy with the game, and the community in the Discord and all the social medias have kind of died a little bit. So that was basically my video. My video was that QuasiTV has become very busy with the game, which is, of course, appreciated, but he's working on so much stuff and he isn't sharing any of it. People are very upset, I guess, because he's not posting TikToks, he's not streaming the development of the game, he's not showing us what he's doing. So although he must be working on a bunch of stuff, he's making all of that stuff very top secret, and we can't see any of it. I think if he just made a TikTok showing off a teaser for a future update, or if he streamed him making just a cosmetic, I think that people would be a lot more interested and have a lot more to talk about the game. But when there's no updates about the game, there's not a lot to talk about. This is where I'm going to talk about data mining. Now, I don't have a gigantic problem with data mining. Sure, you can make the argument that data mining a smaller game is worse than data mining a big game because, I don't know, people will be less excited to play an update that they already know what's in it, but I don't really see that argument, because if it's good stuff that was leaked, people would still be excited for it. This is where we bring in Par. Par, you know, he can be a little bad sometimes, but I don't think data mining the game is terrible. And I don't think leaking stuff from the game is terrible either. Sure, it might be unfortunate for the devs, but every game gets data mined, and at one point, how popular does Shotgun Farmers have to be where data mining is okay? I think that the data mining that they're doing, which is like skins and shovels and future collaborations, I don't think that is hurting the game at all. I really don't. Recently a new Discord was created. It's called False, New Shotgun Farmers Clan, and Par is treating it like any other server and just posting a bunch of leaks. I don't know if it's a bunch of leaks, but he's posting stuff in there. He is posting, or there are leaks being posted. I don't know if it's Par, and you know, it's being you know, Par and Birdie and like Lux and stuff like that, so you know, maybe they're not saying the best things. So I'm not even upset that there's no way for False to be promoted in the Shotgun Farmers Discord. The problem is that no server can be promoted in the Shotgun Farmers Discord anymore. I'm guessing because of False, the newest server posted in that channel, they shut down the whole thing. And they already did this once because of File, I think, and then they brought it back up. They completely took it down. So any server that anyone wants to promote is completely gone. Couldn't you have just deleted False? I understand that you don't want data mining in your server. That is completely fine. I don't think it's data mining is that bad, but if you don't want it in your server, that's fine. And I understand having a link to a server full of it in your server is also bad. But deleting the whole thing is really dumb. It's very stupid. I don't care if you go on these little secret alt accounts and look for stuff that could be bad in a server. I don't care about that. If you see something that shouldn't be in the server, then you have the right to delete it. I don't care. But you deleted the whole server filled with a bunch of servers of people. So, I'm so like annoyed. You deleted a whole channel full of servers of people who are passionate about the game. You have punished the last few people that care enough about the game to put in effort to create these servers. I don't care if you allow us to tweet it out at you. Do you know what other tournament we tweeted at, or was tweeted at the Shotgun Farmers Twitter that was retweeted by the Shotgun Farmers Twitter account? It was the Kale's Dad tourney. Kale's dad posted on Twitter about the tourney, and did that tournament happen? No. People, Purple Moo Moolatov's tourney, that was like an actually good tournament. It was a W tournament, and guess where they posted it? They posted it in that channel. Whatever tournament that Purple Moose Moolatov decides to do from now on will get a fraction of members to sign up for the tournament and viewers on any streams that happens to go up because they took it down. I put a server up there. I think it wasn't gonna be too popular, but even, I mean, if anyone wanted to join, they could have. There are a bunch of servers. Sinner, no one's gonna join that now. That's like the second popular most Shotgun Farmers server in the whole thing. Goofy Gobblers, they literally host like weekly matches, and you just completely took it off. It's very annoying. I don't care if you delete File. I don't care if you delete False. They're posting like information in there. Like, I don't care if you delete that. But you are punishing the whole community for other people's actions. You're letting a couple bad eggs tank your community. You're doing exactly what the trolls want you to do. And that's not even true, because the trolls, Par and Birdie, they actually like the game and the community, and they're just like idiots who like data mine. But like, I don't care. Once again, I don't care about the data mining. I don't think that's so terrible. But you're letting data mining tank your community for no reason. If I see that you're making a freaking Minecraft Steve skin in the game before you personally want to release that to the world, that's not going to ruin my enjoyment of it at all. Oh my god, I swear to god. The last few people that actually, like, are super positive about your game, like Rob, who made a whole tourney server and hosted a tourney, and Farmer Joe, who had to come up with $30 in tournament winnings. You are punishing them? Was that all for nothing? Because they're never going to be able to host that tournament again with the amount of popularity. When you delete that channel, you're discouraging people from making a tournament. Oh, I don't want to go through all this effort just to maybe have a chance of being retweeted on the Shotgun Farmers Twitter account. Like, it's so annoying. Before, the community was slowly dying because of getting no attention from the dev team, no updates. Now, the dev team and the mods are purposely tanking this server, and I just wish that they could bring it back, because they did it before, but Sloth said that there is no way. They do not think in the future that they're going to bring it back, which is a very, very bad decision. Quasi retweeted, or I don't think he retweeted, but he commented, Birdie made a Shotgun Farmers iceberg, and on it had a bunch of hack, like, clients like Melon Loader or whatever, and a bunch of data mine stuff. Like, I think there was an Among Us shovel, and an Atami Crops, thing, like, there's a bunch of data mined content on that thing, and Quasi commented on it, and he literally like laughed at it. He said, "Oh, that's so cool." He said, "Ha ha ha, this is amazing." Superlit replied, "No offense, Quasi, but why did you not notice all of the leaks in this? Lamau, he said Atami Crops." Quasi replied, "I just figured it's all the stuff that has been brought up in the community. Still think it's pretty cool." Still think it's pretty cool. It's obvious that Quasi is in an ass load of work and doesn't have, the time to really care about the drama that's going on, like the hackers and the data mine content. I'm pretty sure that's all like Phantom Potato and Sloth, and I guess the mods that are like deleting it from the channels or whatever. Quasi TV, I mean, it does show that he doesn't really know what's happening in his community. But, I mean, that is actually, like, forgivable. Quasi has shown here that he does not care if someone, like, shows data mine content. He's so nonchalant about it in this thing. Superlit Games added Quasi TV and linked to my video, and he watched it and he liked it. In that video, I was actually I was criticizing, Quasi in that video for, I wasn't nice. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I don't know if I was attacking Quasi, but I wasn't necessarily super nice to the dev team or whatever. I don't know if I was mean, but I was, I guess, critical, retrospective, I guess. And Quasi took that on the chin. He said he enjoyed the video in the retrospective, and he said that he would try and work hard to get the community back to where it was in 2020. I think that the reason that Quasi has been so, like, busy is because of the Switch port. And after the Switch port is released, he can show off all the stuff that he's been working on for months and months now, and that he hasn't been able to show off. So I think whenever the Switch port releases, that is when we're going to see Quasi be a lot more active on TikTok and in streaming. So the community will actually benefit from that. But if you want the game and the tournament to stop tanking, you need to bring back the tourney channel. You need to reconsider how important data mine content is. I don't care if you don't want it in the Discord, but you cannot be deleting channels just because they have a data mine picture. Like, I know I said that you probably don't want a Discord linking in your Discord that leads to data mine content, but I'm actually going to walk that back. I'm literally going to let people post whatever they want in their own corners of your community, because as long as the general public doesn't know about it, I mean, it's, why do you, oh my god. Just let people post whatever they want in their Discord, unless it's like use like the N-word or a bunch of bad stuff and like doxing, I really don't think that you need to be deleting Discords in your channel over data mine content. I don't think Quasi even minds that much. So in order to, I mean, I've tried my best to help out the community by making community videos and by making YouTube videos. I'm trying to bring back the community, but it's really only up to the dev team and the people who make this game. So please post more on TikTok. I'm not even asking for daily TikToks or whatever, but TikToks are not the hardest thing to make coming from someone who has made TikToks. You just have to show off, you know, certain... I know he's working on like a Halloween update right now, so I understand, but there hasn't been a TikTok in a month, there hasn't been a stream in like 2 months. In order to revive the community, you have to be posting more. And on the mod side of things, on the like Quasi part side of things, like maybe even Potato or Sloth, you need to stop obsessing over data mine content, in my opinion, and you need to bring back the Discord channel, because that is sabotaging the community. And I hate to see that, because I've been working super hard to try to make videos and entertain the community and like try to bring back and restore the golden age of content creation on this game, like in 2017 or in 2020 with Zombear, and you guys are kind of counteracting that in a way. And I know if you ask Rob, if you ask Farmer Joe, they're gonna be pretty upset by them removing the Discord channel in the official server. So please bring it back. In conclusion, I know I rambled a lot in this video. I know I went off on weird, discombobulated rants, and I slurred my speech a lot. I recorded, in a lot of my videos I usually do short takes, but I just kept talking and talking, so I know I slurred my speech or whatever. I know I talked a little goofy, but I'm genuinely pretty annoyed, and this is not supposed to be an attack video on the mods or on the dev team or of Quasi himself. I think Quasi is such a chatted developer. He's gonna like make an update to the final boss in Halloween Horde, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna be along with the Halloween update. Quasi has replied on Twitter that there might be something coming super soon, and maybe even a new map, you know. It's getting closer to the end of the year. Quasi said he wanted to release a map by near the end of the year, by this year. So, you know, maybe, you know. I'm gonna leave it on a positive note and say that good things are coming for Shotgun Farmers. Good things are coming. The Halloween update is always my favorite update probably of the year, because the last one's was amazing, and yeah, I genuinely think that great things are coming. I think once the Switch port releases, the community will, you know, develop. As long as Quasi takes the time to talk to his community and stream and make TikToks, I genuinely think goodness is coming. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. And if you want to see more from me, you should subscribe now!